Today, we're going to break down the investment case for a company that has moved with unbelievable speed right to the heart of the UK's national security, Defence Holdings PLC. We're pulling everything directly from their latest investor briefing to really understand their story. So let's just start at the end, shall we? Because this one sentence from their briefing really tells you everything you need to know. This isn't just another tech startup. We're talking about the creation of what they believe is a core piece of the UK's future defense. And that, of course, leads to the billion-dollar question. How on earth does a brand new company get that kind of recognition in just 6 months? Especially in a sector where things usually take decades. Well, the answer is a fascinating mix of perfect timing, incredible talent, and game-changing technology. Let's dig in. Okay, first things first. To really get why Defence Holdings is such a big deal, you have to look at the world they walked into. The conditions weren't just good. They created an urgent, massive need for exactly what this company does. I mean, you just have to look at the headlines. The world is more volatile, more fragmented than it has been for a long, long time. And these conflicts, they're not just happening somewhere else. They forced a renewed focus on our own national security and the need for cutting-edge, homegrown defense technology. But here's the thing, and this is really crucial. It's not just a reaction to global chaos. You've got this perfect storm happening right here at home. On one hand, the UK government is pumping new money into national security. And at the exact same time, the world's biggest tech giants are pouring billions into the UK's AI scene. The briefing calls this convergence a powerful tailwind. And for anyone looking at this as an investment, those are magic words. It means the market is already moving in their direction. It's funded, it's a priority, and that seriously de-risks the whole venture from the get-go. So you've got the perfect market conditions. But in a world like this, a good idea just isn't going to cut it. You need credibility, you need leadership. And according to their briefing, this is one of their biggest assets. So let's see who's running the show. All right, get this. Since the rank was created way back in 1736, only 143 people have ever been named Field Marshal in the United Kingdom. It is one of the most elite, most respected positions in the entire defense world. And yep, one of those 143s is now the non-executive chairman of this company. The source material basically calls this the ultimate stamp of approval. It's the kind of move that makes everyone, and I mean everyone, sit up and pay attention. His involvement brings 3 things to the table that you just can't buy. Number 1, instant massive credibility. 2, trust at the highest levels. We're talking direct lines to the Ministry of Defense. And 3, it's just the ultimate endorsement. A person of his stature doesn't put his name on something unless he believes it's the real deal. And it's not just about the top-level strategy. You've also got people like Bertley Bassett, who bring deep, in-the-trenches experience. After a 26-year military career, his whole job is making sure the tech they build actually works in the real world, that it has a demonstrable impact for the people who will depend on it. Okay, so perfect market, check. A-list team, check. But what are they actually building? What's the technology that's causing all this buzz? Their first product is called Project Ixian, and it's designed to fight a battle that's happening 24/7, information warfare. You know, that gray zone stuff online? Ixian is basically a super smart tool that helps our intelligence teams see what the enemy is trying to hide. It, as they say, makes the hidden visible. And here's what's so smart about it. Ixian doesn't just find stuff. It gives teams things they can actually use. It doesn't just say, here's a bad narrative. It tells you how big of a threat it is, and even gives you ideas on how to fight back. It's not just data, it's a weapon. And this right here, this is what they say is their secret sauce. Forget the old, slow way of doing things. Defence Holdings works, and I quote, hand in hand with the user. The result? They deliver exactly what's needed, not in years, but in 3 months or less. From an investor's point of view, this is huge. It basically eliminates the risk of spending millions building the wrong product. So you've got this critical mission, a totally unique product, and a game-changing way of building it. The big question is, did anyone notice? Well, the answer seems to be a huge resounding yes. I mean, just look at this timeline. In 6 months, which in the defense world is like the blink of an eye, they went from launching the company to being in high-level talks with government, showing off their tech to the world, and getting officially named a strategic national asset. It's just incredibly fast. And this quote from the briefing just says it all. They're not knocking on doors trying to get a meeting. The doors are being thrown open for them. People are pulling them in. That's called market pull, and it's the holy grail for any company, especially a new one. It means the demand is already there and it's huge. So all this momentum, this incredible market pull, it's not the end of the story. It's the launch pad for what they're planning to do next. So what's the game plan? Well, according to the briefing, it's pretty clear. 1, build more stuff faster to meet all this demand they're getting right here in the UK. 2, team up with the big dogs, the huge cloud companies and system integrators. And 3, start looking abroad to get this amazing British tech into the hands of our allies. And all of this brings us right back to where we started, to the core argument in their briefing. They're saying this is one of those rare, perfect storms. You've got the absolute best people, mission-critical tech, a market that's screaming for it, and just unstoppable momentum, all at the same time. And so that really leaves us with the final question. When you have the market, the team, and the technology all perfectly aligned like this, what's the limit? What does the future hold for a company that's already become a national asset in the making?